Come closer, little flames. Gather the hem of your spirit around you. The night is not just dark, it is a vast, black story pot. The stars above are not just stars. They are the eyes of our ancestors, looking down, waiting to see if we remember. The wind in the baobab leaves is not just a sound. It is the first breath of the tale, ready to stir. Before the white roads, before the iron birds, there was the story. The story was the first teacher, the first law, the fire that kept the dark things at bay. Tonight, I will not just tell you a story. I will pour it, and you will not just hear it. You will catch it in the cup of your mind. Listen with more than your ears. Listen with the skin on your back when the shadow passes. Listen with the quickening in your chest. For in this tale, you will find the claw of the leopard, the whisper of the mouse, and the old, old truth that connects the hunter and the hunted. Are you ready? Then let the fire burn lower. Let your breathing slow. And let us begin. Long ago, in a sun-warmed village at the edge of the wild grass, a mother cat and a mother mouse both left their homes to hunt for food for their hungry children. While the world dozed under the midday sun, the mouse children, small and curious, crept from their hole to visit the cat kittens. And for a glorious, dusty hour, they tumbled and played together in perfect joy. When the cat mother returned, her eyes narrowed at the sight of her home, paw prints scattered in the dust, cushions astray. Her kittens, with wide, innocent eyes, told her of their new friends, the little mice from the wall. The cat mother let out a sigh that carried the weight of the world. "Oh, my dears," she murmured, drawing them close. "Those mice are the very food I sought. Listen well. Tomorrow, invite them again. When they come to play, we will catch them." Later, under the silver eye of the moon, the mouse mother returned to an empty nest. Her heart beat like a tiny drum until her children scampered home, their voices bright with tales of playing with the kittens. The mouse mother gasped, gathering them to her. "No, you must never, never go back. To cats, we are not friends. We are food. That house is a field of sharp teeth and shadows for us." The next day, the cat kittens sat on their doorstep and called into the golden light, "Little neighbors, come out and play with us again." But from the deep safety of their hole, the mouse children answered, their small voices weaving together like a thread of truth. "No, we cannot," they replied, "for our mother taught us the same lesson your mother taught you." Core moral lessons. Perspective is everything. The same event, a joyful play date between kittens and mice, is seen in two utterly different ways by the two mothers. For the kittens, it was fun. For the cat, it was a missed hunting opportunity. For the mice, it was a brush with mortal danger. The story teaches that our worldview, role, and experiences shape our perception of reality, and that a single truth can have multiple valid interpretations. Innate nature and nurture. The story highlights the tension between nature, instinct, and nurture, teaching. The kittens, born with the nature of predators, had to be nurtured to activate that instinct. We will catch them. The mice, born with the nature of prey, had to be nurtured to obey that instinct for survival. We are food. It shows how parental guidance often involves teaching children the hard truths of their place in the world. The cruel necessity of boundaries. The mice are not wrong to retreat, and the cat is not evil for hunting. Their relationship is defined by a natural, unchangeable dynamic. The moral is that not all divisions are based on hate or prejudice. Some are based on fundamental, irreconcilable differences in needs and survival. Recognizing and respecting these boundaries is a matter of life and death. Wisdom comes from listening to those who know your world. The mouse children listened to their mother, who understood the world's dangers from the perspective of the vulnerable. This saved their lives. It's a lesson about heeding the wisdom of elders who have the specific knowledge and experience relevant to your identity and situation. Practical advice derived from the story. Know your position. Before entering any situation, a new job, a relationship, a partnership, honestly assess your own position. Are you, metaphorically, the cat or the mouse? What are the inherent dynamics and power structures at play? Seek context from trusted guides. Don't rely solely on your own limited experience. Listen to mentors, parents, or friends who have a deeper understanding of the system or environment you're navigating. Their sigh that carried the weight of the world is often born of hard-earned wisdom. Trust actions over words. The kitten's invitation to play was genuine in their minds, but it was a trap born of their mother's lesson. The advice is to look beyond friendly words to the underlying structures and incentives. Ask, what is this person's or organization's nature in this context? It's okay to say no to a friendly invitation. You are not obligated to accept every invitation, even if it seems fun and the other party seems sincere. If your core wisdom tells you the situation is unsafe or misaligned with your goals, a polite but firm refusal is a sign of strength, not rudeness. Teach your children the world as it is. Parenting involves a delicate balance between protecting innocence and imparting the necessary truths for survival. Sheltering children completely can leave them vulnerable, as the kitten's initial naivety almost did to the mice. Real-life applications. Business and negotiations. A startup, the mouse, might be excited by a partnership offer from a corporate giant, the cat. The story advises the startup to seek advice from mentors who understand acquisition tactics. They play date, a collaboration, could be a prelude to being acquired, caught, on unfavorable terms. Due diligence is listening to the mouse mother. Social and power dynamics. A person from a marginalized community might be invited into a space of power. While the invitation may be individually sincere, the systemic dynamics, the nature of the cat's house, might still be hostile. The lesson is to navigate with awareness, build alliances, and know when to retreat to the safety of your own community. Personal relationships. The story warns of fundamentally incompatible relationships where one person's needs inherently threaten the other's well-being, e.g., a recovering addict and an active user, or someone seeking marriage with someone who avoids commitment. The field of sharp teeth might be emotional rather than physical. Cybersecurity and personal safety. A friendly-looking email or link, the kitten's call, can be a trap, the mother cat's plan. The mouse mother's lesson is the cybersecurity training that teaches you not to click on suspicious links, no matter how enticing they appear. Cultural and intergenerational wisdom. The story embodies why communities pass down cautionary tales and traditions. The old ways or cultural warnings are often the collective mouse mother's gasp, hard-won lessons about survival in a world that may not have your best interests at heart. In essence, this story is a masterclass in situational awareness. Here are more specific real-world lessons and applications, broken down by domain. In business and career, the corporate acquisition play. A large company, the cat, may play nice with a nimble startup, the mice, offering mentorship, partnerships, or even friendly investment. The real goal is often to learn their secrets, assess their team, and eventually acquire or crush them. The startup must heed its mouse mother advisors who warn. Their playground is our hunting ground. Office politics and mentorship. A seemingly friendly senior colleague, the kitten, invites you, the new employee, to collaborate. Their advice may be genuine, or it may be a way to claim credit for your work or set you up for failure. The lesson: understand the power dynamics and incentives before fully trusting. Who does this person ultimately report to? The mother cat, Company leadership? Negotiations, the friendly invitation to play, is the opening offer or the charming demeanor of the other negotiator. The mother's lesson is your preparation, knowing your walkaway price, their likely strategy, and the non-negotiable terms you must protect. Never enter the cat's house, their preferred negotiation setting, without your own safety plan. In personal finance and consumerism, too good to be true offers. The kitten's call is the limited time offer, the no money down scheme, or the guaranteed high return investment. The mouse mother's gasp is your internal alarm bell and basic financial literacy, which screams, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. The safe hole is your savings account or a trusted, boring index fund that traps. The playdate is the easy access to credit, the shiny new car, or the buy now, pay later option. The cat mother's plan is the compound interest, hidden fees, and damaged credit score waiting to pounce. Listening to the mouse mother means living within your means and understanding the true cost of debt. In social and digital life, online echo chambers versus reality. The joyful play in the dust represents the affirming, like-minded bubble of a social media group. The mother's return is the moment you step into the real world where contrary, even hostile, opinions exist. The lesson: don't let the comfort of your digital hole blind you to the broader, more complex field outside. The danger of oversharing. The mouse children, by playing at the cat's doorstep, revealed their location, habits, and vulnerability. In real life, oversharing personal details, travel plans, or grievances online or with casual acquaintances can make you a target for scams, burglary, or social manipulation. Prudence is a form of safety. Recognizing love bombing. In toxic relationships or cults, the initial phase is an intense, glorious play date of affection, attention, and belonging, the kittens and mice tumbling together. This disarms your defenses. The mouse mother's warning is the voice that asks, why is this moving so fast? What do they want? It's the boundary that prevents you from being emotionally caught. In education and personal growth, critical thinking overwrote learning. The kittens and mice both received a rule from their mothers. The mice, however, applied critical thinking. They connected their mother's lesson, cats see us as food, to the kitten's new behavior, they are calling us to their home. The real-world skill is not just learning information, but synthesizing it to understand changing contexts and predict outcomes. The limits of follow your passion. This popular advice can be the kitten's call, but the mouse mother's lesson is, know the ecosystem of your passion. If your passion is in an oversaturated, low-demand, or predatory field, the cat's house, pure joy may lead to being consumed by debt or exploitation. Strategy: staying in the safety of your skills must temper passion. Teaching children about stranger danger. This is the most direct parallel. We don't teach children to be paranoid, but to be discerning. The friendly stranger with candy, the kitten's call, is not judged by their smile, but by the inherent danger of the situation going with them. The parent's warning is the mouse mother's gasp, a non-negotiable rule for survival. The genius of the mouse children's final reply is that they named the context. They didn't just say no. They said, we understand the game you are now playing. That is the highest form of real-world wisdom, the ability to see the hidden structures beneath the surface interaction and act accordingly.